EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Detroit Lions and the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Las Vegas. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Williams loses the football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Here's Huntley. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it'll be intercepted.
This is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive? Sometimes
it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He gets this to Davante Adams. McCarr fighting his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first. The Raiders had 1-11 now on the year. And they come in the midst of a season-crushing losing streak. It's up to 9 games now.
And this is a team that's not shown much consistency during this losing streak because they've never really looked like they've been ready to play. You question their motivation. You wonder what's going on with them. And I don't have a PhD in psychology, but the body language, it's awful.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Carr going to throw. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Carr. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now Carr. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a 1st down.
That's good for Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
To Evans on the slant. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football, and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hand.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Early on, they have all fast facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they bounced play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On first down, Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So they get the interception and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
We'll find Gibson here complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Lions 21, Raiders 0. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah,
and now here's another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Lions 28, Raiders 0.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Raiders take over first down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Carr to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back. Drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there.
Ready
to throw, Huntley. Flushed out right. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jameson Williams, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this 35-0 now.
Jack Fox kicking off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he returns this to the 22. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to it.
Mike Evans, he's going to go. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row, we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Huntley to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Oftentimes when you lose in a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Off play action. Huntley. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Huntley airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Hold it ready. Head in the street. Head in the street. Go on track. Go on track.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Off play action. Huntley escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
On 4th down, Huntley, quick hitch, complete. It's Miller, and in for the Lions touchdown. Scotty Miller, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
42, Raiders 7. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, it's Carr.
Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr, he finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Carr again. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, and we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball.
And the Raiders have got him. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Let's go.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Lions 42, Raiders
get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Let's go now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
50 Bobcats. Buffalo 18.
Throwing after the interception. Huntley.
They'll find Williams on the slant.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Second and 2 at the 26-yard line.
To throw on second down. Huntley. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
He's got this complete to Williams.
A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
Here's Huntley.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Trying to find Jameson Williams.
And it's third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They go play action here on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Denzel Perryman.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Now Carr. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. To try again after the sack. Carr. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. Now a play fake. Carr.
And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his third of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To throw his Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Touchdown, Raiders! DeAndre Hopkins. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake. Huntley.
That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Off play action. Huntley looking here for Smith downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Scotty Miller with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10. They're on 5-yard line.
offense set to get this drive started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing his car on third down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now Carr, gotta have this one. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's good.
Carr to throw again. Going deep for Hopkins. And now here's another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
19 tight.
To throw, Huntley. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Huntley to throw.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Hands it off out of the gun.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Lions on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. play action. Now it's Carr. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Again, they'll throw with Carr.
Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. There he goes, left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Lions 56, Raiders 21.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Troy Pride. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Happy Ranger, Happy Ranger.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Airing it out deep for Smith.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the Raiders pick it up. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
On the move past the 40, down the right sideline.
And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here's Huntley.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this one is incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down.
18, check mash, check mash.
Looking to throw. Huntley going deep this time for Miller. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Flush to his right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Here's Carr to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And now here is another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. The try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Lions 63, Raiders 28. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant.
Running room at the 50. Look out. And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35. Well, this one provided some good drama down to the very end.